Okay, heavy tanks. Where do I want you? Actually, probably over here. With the intention of breaking through that. Oh, you guys don't have any orders. Whoops! Please do get yourself some. Save has already been posted on the Discord. If you go to the Hearts of Iron, you'll find this save, as of about 2 months ago. Let's see. Soviets still have manpower. They are... I don't know how short in equipment they are. In terms of capitulation, they are at 95! They were at 96. They're now at 5% capitulation. They are fighting back. Huzzah to the Soviets. Let's get some bigger artillery guns. And now that we're in 1945, better engineers, better recon. Nah, Baku won't fall. The Germans would need to do an extraordinary push right now, and they've just lost one of their main allies. In fact, there's a Dutch offensive happening too. Actually, no, let's put you in a separate fleet, and this is going to be an actual escort fleet. Which we'll need a commander. We'll go with... that guy, because he's got no traits. And you're going to be convoy escort. And all of those. Just to protect our shipping that little bit extra. Because there's a lot of convoys coming through here. 322 convoys coming through. Although actually at this point, it's not the Mediterranean that's the problem, it's going to be the Channel. So let's reposition accordingly. Let's base ourselves out of London. So at this point I'm kind of waiting for our allies to clear up Spain. Also waiting for my heavy tanks to arrive, which they have now done. They're still getting planning prep. Let's go and give you a boost. And then we're going to try and cut this little section off, if we can. And you know what? This unit needs to be in red. You are, after all, taking the role of my aggressive unit. Well, these German units are weaker than you would expect. These ones, anyway. And I'm fairly happy to sit back and wait for those heavy tanks to roll in. And there we are. Greece is now connected to all of our offensives over here. need you to do any more than that. You did good. So is Yugoslavia back in? No. Need to do a bit more than we already have. Actually, some of the units in this area are kind of weak at the moment, so let's go ahead and push and see what we can do. Now these are the heavy tank, heavy artillery units, so they should have a much better attack, and that is being proven already. Struggling a little bit down here south of Montpellier, but we did just take these two. Oh, hey Lady Magnus, how are you doing? Is Bulgaria on the 50% democracy needed? Doubtful. No. 39. Is it going up? Probably? Hard to tell. Okay, now... Oh, no. That's a little bit stiffer resistance, but not stiff enough. There we go, now my breakthrough is counting, and they can't pierce my armour, which is going to help. Now I'm going to say, don't guard that. We are purely an offensive force. If we get cut off, it's my allies' fault. And they're attacking from the other side, so if we can support from the other direction, that would be great. In fact, you two, just attack that, you win. You support that. There we go. We're about to see the Americans on the other side. It would be like the Soviets meeting the Americans in Berlin, only in France and with no Soviets in sight. There we go. Cut off. Now, let's widen this by taking that. Just to make sure that they don't take it back again. I'm attacking northwards because it's open flat lands, which is going to be a lot easier for me to fight in than this. And with the number of friendly fleets in this area, they should struggle to supply all of this. So then our allies can finish it off, and in fact look at how weak these units already are. Not that this isn't fun because it is, but I thought Baldur's Gate was on the schedule for now. It was, but I ran a poll to see if people would rather have Baldur's Gate or this, and this one. We will be going back to Baldur's Gate at some point though, don't worry. I was also kind of in the mood for this, a bit more. I enjoyed this afternoon's game. 1,222 convoys, are you mad? Absolutely not. We might want to upgrade the screens. Or the army offense. Let's do that for the extra attack so we can do more damage. Alright, have my ships arrived? They have. So we're going to get the escorts protecting trade in this area. We're going to have the submarines doing the opposite. And then we're going to have you, I guess, in strike force mode? Although we could also have you in escort. In fact, that's a lot of convoys trying to get through. You know what? Let's have you on convoy raid as well. We'll do some surface raiding as well as undersea. And we'll make this into a 20 stack. Alright, so I'm going to say that the heavy tanks have done their job here. So where can I go next? I'm thinking northern France. Try and connect up the Dutch offensive. How are the Soviets looking? 94! They're at 6%. Down from 4. They don't have ports anywhere else in the Med to launch supply convoys from. I know, that's why I'm not in the Med. That's why I'm up here. Germany still is. Oh, I see what you mean, to supply all of this. No, also true, but they might try to go through... Oh no, that's going to be against them. They don't have... No, they can go... Can they go through here? I've always been a bit fuzzy about this one. Dardanelles. If it's contested, nothing goes through. If it's an enemy, nothing goes through. So no, they've lost access to the Dardanelles. So yeah, they can't supply from here. So this is just dead. And that's why their units are so weak. Norway being invaded. Norway kind of holding out. Sort of. Maybe. Possibly. Trying to. It's kind of the reverse situation. Ah, now my ships are getting some use. How are we doing with the heavy tanks? The deficit's being reduced. Which does mean that these are going to hit a heck of a lot harder than they used to. And there we go. Kapow! It hadn't even occurred to me that we could liberate Paris, but it makes so much sense that we do. Let's go liberate Paris. You stay there, that's fine. How's my artillery? We do have a surplus, but not enough to add more artillery to the front lines, unfortunately. Alright, I want to cancel that order very slightly and just say, I want you to take this. And yes, Paris is a part of that, but if you take this, then you can attack Paris from more directions. Because so far, this is not being very effective. Their defences are too good. So let's get your organisation back again and then try again. Or they could just abandon Paris, that's fine too. And we have unit speed buffs. Ah, not enough though. No, not you. You. Colombia has joined the war on their side. Probably a bit of a mistake. Alright, all of those are done. We wanted to get military police about a yonk ago. And still 45. We'll get mechanized. Just so that we can get the extra hardness for motorized, which I think still counts for the motorized units, which are in the medical units. I think. Are we still on the 4% war contribution? I mean, we probably are, because we've just... Oh no, we're on 5. Oh, happy days, we're on 5% contribution. Guys? You won. Take it. Take it, it's yours. I just want Paris to be liberated by the Greeks. There we go. This might even be enough to bring France back from exile. It's not. They must reclaim the capital, which we've done, and be at least, at most, 10% towards capitulation. They're currently 33%. So we do need to take more of France back again. But this is a pretty darn good start. You know what? You've done your bit. Dig in for a while. Because I don't want to needlessly waste the heavy tanks, because they're just so sodding expensive to produce. Although the other thing I could do is create a variant with even more armour. Although I have a feeling... Oh, hang on. I'm really short on steel. Buy some more then! Oh, we're catching Japanese ships up here. Oh, I see. The Germans and the Japanese are probably trading with each other. Soviets! They've pushed them out of the Urals! Heck yes! Oh, but Baku's in danger. That may not matter anymore. Because Magnitogorsk is still theirs. And so is Chelyabinsk. Yeah, they created the Chinese Empire. Oh, Japan has actually invaded Africa. So... Oh no. I was going to say, we're losing our supply of oil. No, we're really not. We've still got America. So what am I still short on? Amazingly infantry equipment. And tanks. Always and forever tanks. That is a lot of artillery I'm producing. Well, I don't think I intended to make that much. I think I probably intended to do something like this. And then... Clearly we need more civilian factories so we can actually buy in everything that I need to buy in. How are we doing with Albania? That's more like it. Collaboration's now building up again. Good. That's true. I never did do the anti-German stratagem, but that's because it was a limited time thing. I guess we probably could do it now. There's a lot of Dutch units. I guess they still had, Far East. Dutch East Indies. Go on then. Let's do the anti-German stratagem. No, I don't want you going that way. That's the wrong way. Go that way. Okay, excavation. Excavation time. I think you guys already have all of those. How's the Alps side looking? Dare I do an offensive across the Alps? I mean, it's kind of stupid, because it's just going to lose you resources. No, this is still the weak section. I'm kind of wondering if I want to shift my own forces from here to here. You know what? Yes, yes I do. And then those units need the extra artillery. Which we absolutely can't afford, so we're not doing it just yet. I don't know how confident I am in my allies keeping this stuff alive, and also how the hell are these guys still not dead? Okay, they just died. Fine. You lot are being credited with all of those kills, but I'll allow it for now. Actually, I am seeing an opportunity here as well. Right here. Don't need to go far, you just need to do this. Because these are not German soldiers, so they're probably a lot less well equipped. Hopefully. Oh, I see part of the problem there. You're trying to cross. So yeah, they can't pierce the armor of these really heavy units. Oh, we are getting success in a couple of locations. Okay, we'll just let you do your thing. I won't say anything more. Just do it. Alright, our support company is now at maximum strength. Do I want signals? No, because we're not using tanks. Do I want logistics? Maybe. Actually, in this instance, I might well want maintenance. We have loads of support equipment to support that. Oh, we never finished the elite forces? Whoops. Please finish that. And we're across. Except you're never actually moving. Come on, people. I saw the same thing here. I don't know why you didn't follow up. Yeah, I was right. These are much weaker units. And once we have the momentum of pushing them back, in fact, the Americans have launched a whole offensive as well, which is glorious. And we have engineers, so the bridges aren't as problematic as they were previously. How's France looking? Okay, that's just Hawaii. I was like, I'm seeing a little bit in the capitulation box for the United States. Why is this? That's a little unnerving. Alright, now that you've actually made it across that river, which was the bit, quite frankly, I was the most nervous about, let's see if we can connect up here. Does kind of look like we've got them on the run over there. My offensive here basically finished, so we're going to cancel your current orders, and you are now going to support this attack on this entire flank to get us to and hopefully across the Rhine. We are the silent ally that only the true historians of the future will write about. Yes, France did great offensives and took care of a great many Italians, but it was the Greeks who won the war. I mean, it was a massive stalemate until I started attacking. And that is being acknowledged by getting 6%. Huzzah! So it was the Greek raid that occurred against Italy, supported, well, it was technically the Turkish raid, supported by the Greek follow-up, which managed to win us the war in Italy, and then from there everything just kind of went bad for the Axis. But you know what other kind of raids are very, very good? Raid Shadow Legends. That is another game which is nothing like this one. However, you might well like it, because they are sponsoring this channel at the moment. And if you would like to help the channel out and support us in that way, then you can go and check out Raid Shadow Legends, which you can find probably appearing in chat over there. Ah, I did it right all day except for now, which will be appearing in chat. There it is, thank you Squire. Or you can go into the About section for Twitch down there, and there is another banner which you can click on. The way that you do this is you simply click on one of the links, you create an account, you download the game, you play through the tutorial, it takes you about 5 minutes. And that's it. The game is free, doesn't cost you anything, and that counts towards the milestones, which you'll see above my head up there. Ding! And if we hit the various milestones, which was 60, 90, and most recently 120 downloads, then I get a financial payout from Raid Shadow Legends. So again, if you want to support the channel, then please, please, please consider doing that. It is free, it does not cost you anything, and they are being incredibly generous with their sponsorship. So it is a great way of supporting the channel, so if you are able to do so, I would hugely appreciate you doing that. That would be absolutely awesome. As soon as I heard you say the Turkish raid, yeah, you know what was coming. How many are we at now? I haven't actually checked for the last couple of hours. 103. We only need 17 more. 17! And then we hit that milestone, and then that's it. That's done. And I can mostly shut up about it, except for the contributors, which is another part of this sponsorship. As soon as that turns green, now you can see that we are 13 of 15 contributors, and contributors are people who have bought something in-game. The first time you buy something in-game, they give me a kickback, worth the same as a subscription here on the channel. So regardless how much you spend as little as you want, and I get that kickback, and it's always worth the same amount for me. So it's another way of supporting the channel, so again, please do consider that. But I get it, that one's putting money up, so I'm not going to push it as hard as I do the one which is free, because it's free, it doesn't cost you anything. And it's just a really, really good way of supporting content creators and everything we do. Like, sponsorships are kind of an important thing about how we survive as streamers and YouTubers. Jason Rhodes wants me to drink some tea. Oh, go on then. What happened to France? France is back. France is being liberated, as is brave Belgium. Oh, my other force is arriving soon. Now, how are we doing for artillery? We've got 200 surplus. So if I were to add that second big gun unit here, we would be 600 short. Once we get to maybe plus 500, I'll probably add them. Okay, we've hooked up with the Dutch formations here, which means that supply can now flow through France as well as through the Netherlands. We're actually fighting their submarine fleet at the moment. This is my convoy escorts, together with my capital ships, you know, for a little bit of moral support. Fighting against Eric Raider. That would have been another great segue. Eric Raider, let me tell you about another raid. Missed opportunity. I'll need to remember that one.